Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Swampy Comics weekly tier lists. I'm going to be putting my comic picks from this week, August 27th, 2025, into my patented, trademarked, copywritten Guy Gardner tier list right here. Don't sue me, DC. I'm just kidding. But anyway, let's just jump right into it. We got a lot of books to get to. I mean, we got a doozy right off the bat. You see it right below me. Absolute Martian Manhunter 96, number 6, by writer Dennis Camp and art by Javi Rodriguez. Colors as well, with letters by Hassan Otsmain Al-How. I said it right this time. Yes. But man, holy crap. Absolute Martian Manhunter 6, wrapping up the first story arc of a phenomenal new book this year. Just completely unique in every way. I'm going to be going back to read this over and over again. The art, top tier. The writing, deep and top tier without being up its own ass. I mean, there's a lot to mull over here, a lot of metaphor, a lot of cool things to think about, and it's it's hard to put into words, much like a lot of this issue. The fight between the White Martian and the Green Martian has finally happened in this issue, and it is weird and cool and mind melting to say the least. Our other main protagonist, John, here, our FBI agent buddy, he has quite a breakthrough as well, which allows the kind of next level of unlocking what him and the Martian kind of do together. And it's really fascinating and cool to see. This did not disappoint. This is one of the best things I've ever read. I feel really fortunate to be kind of here as a comic fan coming back into it in 2025 and having things like this to get into. Like it's it's just really, it feels really cool to be part of this special time in comics for DC. They're really killing it all across the board. This is amazing. Everything about it. And this is one of the only the only comic that I've picked up really that I've gotten my fiance to get into. She's really picky about what she reads, but we both enjoyed this and have read it week to week throughout the existence of this since issue 2, namely. I had some catching up to do that month, but man, Absolute Martian Manhunter. It's one of the best things I read. So yeah, let's see. We are gonna put this firmly in D tier. What am I? Come on, S tier. This is one of the most. This is good. This is just good. This is great. Whew. Anyway, let's move on to another top tier absolute book. I mean, Absolute Wonder Woman number 11. Diana's still in the labyrinth, and in this issue, she does find the other Amazon that she's been searching for. It's a woman named Io, and she really lives up to the expectations that Diana hoped to have for her sister, for her kin, when she finally found any of them. Because, Themyscira's gone, I think, and I'm pretty sure that's what's going on, or Diana's trying to find her roots because of her upbringing, being sold off as a pawn of the gods to be raised in hell, and she's just come out to be this amazing hero, and it just shows again in this issue, from issue to issue. I mean, she's just the most likable person in comics right now. I I mean, this is right up there with Absolute Martian Manhunter. This is again one of the best things I've ever read. Like, these two Absolute books are really special and important and good, and they're raising the medium and raising the bar, and yeah. And I mean, issue after issue of this series just plants more and more cool seeds, and leaving on the cliffhanger of Diana summoning and holding in a big trident made of water raises so many questions when it comes to Aquaman and the other Greek gods. Is this just an essence of Neptune? Is this part of Arthur Curry's power, since we know that Aquaman's traveled through an Omega symbol and ended up somewhere weird and dystopic? Is it connected with any of that? And if it is, cool, and if it's not, I bet it will be cool too. I have total faith in this book. to just continue doing what it does and continue to be awesome. Boom, S tier. Again, easy for these first two books to be an S tier. Like, oh, just great stuff. Let's move on. I mean, I don't want to spoil too much. Everybody should be reading Absolute Wonder Woman and Absolute Martian Manhunter. Even if you don't think you're a fan of Wonder Woman, I didn't give a shit about Wonder Woman when I got into comics. I tell you what, like, didn't care. And this was the last Absolute book that I started picking up, and I was wrong. This is one of the best comics on the shelves today. I will take that to my grave, or defend it to my grave, you know. Oh man. Anyway, S tier. Let's move on to the next one. It's kind of a weird one to have in the tier list, so it's going to be NA. I'm not going to put it up anywhere. I might I'll just put it on top of my cam, maybe. Yeah, I think that'll work. But anyway, Dust to Dust number 6 is out. This is a book that I read the first issue of. I really like. I've been picking up every single one since. But I fell behind. I'm reading so much other of the big two and the couple of non-big two books that I pick up. And so, you know, with this being a 7-issue limited series and me so far behind, I'm just gonna read it and probably make a video just about this series when issue 7 comes up and I end up reading it. So yeah, we're just gonna put Dust to Dust number 6 right here as a reminder of a really cool book with a really unique art style that I can't give a full honest opinion about, but I've kind of been looking at reviews from issue to issue, and yeah, everybody that's reading this seems to be really happy with it. And I don't think it's, yeah, I excited to talk about it at a later date. But let's move on to doozy, Green Lantern number 26. Let's see. Oh, you know, I'm terrible. I forgot to say credits for Absolute Wonder Woman here. Absolute Wonder Woman, excellent book. How dare I not just praise the hell out of it and forget to credit the people that work on it. The writing's by Kelly Thompson, the art's by Hayden Sherman. Let's just go back. There we go. Writings by Kelly Thompson, the art's by Hayden Sherman, the colors by Jordi Belair, and the letters by Becca Carey. What a team. What an amazing book. And then Dust to Dust. That's a 2-man, or, you know, 3 counting the letterer. The letterer works on it too. We got writer Phil Brom, writer, artist, colorist J.G. Jones, and letter Jackie Marzan. So there we go. On to Green Lantern number 26. This is by writer Jeremy Adams with art by V. Ken Marion in this issue. He did 3 issues of Green Lantern Corps, and I enjoyed it in those, and we'll get to how I feel about it in a second. With colors by Romulo Fiardo Jr. and letters by Dave Sharp. The Green Lantern Corps is broken through the source wall where they found the emotional entities, and this issue is a whole lot of I don't know, the pacing's just off on this one. Green Lantern's one of my favorites, and you know, probably my favorite DC thing. I mean, I can't believe Superman right now is as good as it is, so it's hard to say. I mean, as far as mainline stuff goes. But Green Lantern holds a special place in my heart. But as much as you like something and love it and want to promote it, you got to be honest about the things you like, and honest when they slip sometimes. And it's been a long time since Green Lantern, you know, honestly, it just hasn't had an issue since issue 1 of Dawn of DC, where I felt it slipped. This one, I feel like, is a big slip. Feel like Marion's art in Green Lantern Corps worked for the 3-issue story arc it was on, with Guy training a new recruit and taking him on an adventure, as well as Simon Baz going out with the Teen Lanterns and showing them some cool stuff in his car. And yeah, it kind of fit for that fun adventure here, but right here it's just so epic, and Zermanico's been killing it so hard. It just felt like such an abrupt left turn when I opened this issue, and I saw that the source wall just seemed like it was, I'm sorry, but it was the worst interpretation I've ever seen of the source wall by any artist in DC. It just felt lazy, and the Starbreaker Corps it just felt like V. Ken Marion didn't want to fill in the background for them floating in space like it has been in every other issue, where they've been floating around by the source wall, and the source wall just looked hurried and not as majestic as it's been in many other books. Um, yeah, so I don't know. The art was just off on this. I hate the way he draws Sinestro with a passion. Um, he looks like a Dragon Ball Z character, and that's just not not what I'm reading Green Lantern for. Yeah, I'm excited to see where the Starbreaker supremacy goes, but when I read through this storyline, I have a feeling this is going to be the issue that I just kind of thumb through. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They get the emotional entities. They don't let them control them. They end up riding them so they can come back through the source wall with their lantern powers and then use big Buster Sword to chop off the hands of the bad guys and fly away. Like, all right, whatever. Man, yeah, I can't believe I'm so down on a Green Lantern issue, but yeah, this one had me making a C tier Guy Gardner face. I hate to say it. It hurts to say, but yeah, this one just didn't do it for me. And yeah, just I don't know. I don't know. If I read it again and have a different opinion, I'll let you know. Maybe I am being pretty hard on it with the art and all that, but yeah, yeah, this is supposed to be a big lore reveal issue, and it just felt like, huh, okay, well, we're moving on. So I'm really hoping, yeah, the next issue really picks it back up to where we were before this one. Anyway, I don't want to be too much more negative about it. Everybody works hard on these books, and it's not fair to just shit on creators because I didn't like something a certain way, or you can't. Hard to write top tier all the time. Nobody does it. So there we go. Anyway, on to another Green Lantern title. We got Green Lantern Dark issue number 6 of 7 of this limited Elseworlds World series, and we got Rena Mori and her group with Gar from this unit, Beast Boy from this universe, and two young children. One of them, her inspiration for her light, basically, and she's trying to protect them while hoping to destroy the power that's holding darkness over the world. I'm not doing a good job of explaining this really cool horror-inspired, indie comic-inspired story, but it's really good. I really liked this issue. Um, I mean, this one had it all. I mean, a penultimate issue that's still having character development, that is still hitting on the art and hitting with the story, hitting with the mystery, hitting with the cliffhanger at the end. This one hit all the good notes. I'm so glad this book ended up in my subscription box on accident back earlier in the series, because I wasn't going to pick this one up, but I felt guilty that it was in my box and I didn't want to throw it back on the shelf, so I got it. And yeah, this whole series is great. Buy it in issue or trade if you're a fan of like magic-y, grim indie comics. I mean, this is your bag. I mean, it's so tangentially related to Green Lantern, and like even less so than Absolute Green Lantern. I mean, this is yeah, very much more inspired, I guess, by Alan Scott. JSA original Green Lantern. But anyway, I really loved this book. I don't want to spoil too much, but I mean, this one had it all: twists, turns, surprises, betrayals, and a super cool cliffhanger that gives me hope for the end of this story. Yeah, Green Lantern Dark, solid book, putting it in A tier. Yeah, it's really gotten good. All right, let's move on to the next one. Oh, and I forgot to, again, I'm so bad at credits, but Green Lantern Dark, let's go back one sec. That's by writer Tate Bromball, with art by Werther de Leadera, and colors by Giovanna Nero, letters by Tom Napolitano, and yeah, and what a team, doing a great book. Oh, can I say with this book, one thing with the art, like I really liked the use of color. I mean, you kind of see, our Demona here in the orange on the cover is kind of our villain for our villain for this book, and then we got Rena the Green Lantern, and Demona's glowing orange, Rena glows, her color's green, and I really liked the use of color with those characters and kind of showing who was in control of the conversation or situation from panel to panel. Like it was really cool use of. I mean, yeah, just just a beautiful book. A tier stuff. Um, Next book, Mortal Legend Batman. Here we go. This is by writer Kyle Higgins and Matt Groom. Writers Kyle Higgins and Matt Groom. With art by Dan Mora on the cover. I think he's more credited with the concept of these characters, but the main art is done by Erica D'Urso, with colors from my favorite colorist on the market right now, Tamra Bonvillain. Um, yeah, I will say that I really, really enjoyed the art in this book. I thought it was pretty cool. Um, the colors were poppin' and vibrant, and also probably one of, I mean, Tamara Bonvillain, they kill it. It's just so good what they do. Um, but this book ain't for me. Yeah, I'm probably not going to get issue two. Wanted to check it out. You know, I like getting out of my comfort zone every now and then. But this is just not my style. It's not bad. It's a really cool take on Batman. Um, it's basically, you know, Batman meets Power Rangers meets uh, Firefly or Trigun, kind of, if you're familiar with, you know, kind of Western and space motif. A little bit of everything here. Um, and it's not bad. It's just not my thing. So, yeah, but I loved the art. The art was really cool. I'm not one for a manga and anime inspired, heavily manga and anime inspired style, but I mean that being said, I'm putting the art over. I thought the art was really cool. So I mean, if this is your style, I think this book is gonna do it for you. Like, so yeah, if you're a fan of more, you know, what's the word, Kensai or whatever, I don't know the phrases. Um, but God bless all you people that are into this stuff. It's not for me, so I'm not shitting on this book, even though I'm not picking up issue two. We're just gonna put it in B tier. I thought it was totally promotable to people who enjoy this kind of thing, just not my particular flavor. And I'm putting it above Green Lantern, which says a lot about how I feel about this book, you know, not being my thing, but also that issue. So can't believe I'm doing that. I'm putting a book that I'm not going to buy again above a Green Lantern issue. Weird. Anyway, let's move on. Justice League Unlimited by writer Mark Waid, art by Dan Mora, colors by Tamra Bonvillain, and letters by Ariana Mar. In this episode, we have Dark Side. I mean, he's involved, as he is involved with a lot of the mainline stuff going on in DC. But we have Doomsday, the Time Trapper, being assaulted by Darkseid's Legion and ending up in the Justice League Watchtower, severely injured. And not only that, we have the Trinity meeting at the old Justice League headquarters, the Hall of Justice, I believe. Is it the Hall of Justice, or is it that island, or are they the same thing? I don't know. I wasn't reading during that area, so it's kind of hard for me to keep track, especially since I've watched a bunch of those DC animated movies lately. My brain's a mess with the old canon, so pardon me. But we have the Trinity meeting up, and Batman, lo and behold, has a disagreement, and Superman doesn't agree with Batman, and Wonder Woman's kind of holding the middle ground. It's very expected for these three characters, very kind of predictable predicament for them to have. But it is interesting to hear that Batman's not cool with how open the Justice League Unlimited has been, since Superman's plan was to let in every single hero, anti-hero, anybody that's not a villain into the Justice League Unlimited that's a powered person or otherwise. But you know, yeah, it was. I liked seeing more of that meeting because that was the cliffhanger on Justice League Unlimited issue 9, and you know, after that we had Superman 28 where he's kind of visiting his home in Smallville after the meeting. So it was kind of cool to see some more of the meeting, and that leads into mainline Superman, which explains why he's not around when everything starts going to shit. I mean, we're Captain Atom and Power Girl are finding pits of apocalypse with Kadejos and Geoforce, and we see a giant fist come out of the ground as they're exploring this pit, and we also saw a fist come out of the ground to grab Darkseid Legion Saturn Girl in Superman number 28. So is that Darkseid's hand coming to our Earth? Like, things are going to get bad if pits of apocalypse are popping up on Earth. I mean, I find that really fascinating. And while this is going down, Mr. Terrific is trying to figure out more about this situation from a parademon, and it turns out this parademon's just meant to get caught in the first place because he's an incubator for a bunch of other little parademons. And so we have a parademon invasion going on the Justice League Watchtower, all while Metamorpho is operating on Time Trapper Doomsday with the help of Dr. Niles Calder from the Doom Patrol. There's a lot going on in this issue, and it's all heading towards DCKO, and I'm having a blast. I really liked this issue, as dense and fast-paced as it was. So yeah, I'm gonna go with A tier because this one just got me so excited for the future of mainline DC. Like I'm very hyped about DCKO at this point. So good job. Next up, we got Mr. Terrific Year 1, number 4. This book is by Al Letson, with art by Valentine Delandro, and arts and colors by Edwin Galman, with colors by Marissa Louise, and letters by And World Design and Lucas Gattoni. A lot of people on this book because it's kind of split into two parts. We have Mr. Terrific in the modern day dealing with something we're not sure quite what it is or where it's taken place yet, but it very much seems to be Darkseid kind of, yeah, he's fighting parademons and stuff. And then we have this story about Mr. Terrific's past and his origin and how he's trying to fight this woman, Athena Prescott, from using this Nexus engine, this dangerous thing that Michael Holt and his wife helped create before he sold off his company after his wife died. And she wants to use it for nefarious purposes, and it's this dangerous thing, and he wants to kind of stop them from doing that. And yeah, I mean, this is really cool. We see Bruce Wayne kind of get with Michael Holt in the past. It's cool to see another superhero not only have faith in Michael as a person and a hero, but also, you know, inspire him, you know, in a way, like to be the cool hero that he can be. And yeah, I really, I thought this was good. It left me a little dry in places. The pacing of it was, I mean, we get right back into the action after his fight with Cormorant at the end of last issue and how he gets out of that, and it's cool to see the Spectre kind of pull him out of water, like, oh no, 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 not yet, you got plenty to do, man. I didn't give you that speech and stop you from killing yourself for nothing. Then we have Bruce Wayne meeting up with Michael and then monitoring him and just seeing that, oh man, I think this guy's smarter than me. And yeah, it's really cool. And we also see our villain get superpowers, which and she also has some deal with Darkseid or Darkseid's Legion. I don't know who's talking to her. Is it Grail? Is it again just Saturn, Darkseid Legion, Saturn Girl? I don't know, but I can't wait to find out. There's 2 more issues left of this series, and it's got me hungry for more. Even though, you know, this very much felt like middle of the series kind of issue. So yeah, we're gonna put it in B tier. This is good stuff. This is good stuff. Good issue. You know, I liked it. What do we got next? Ooh. All right. Man, the summer of Superman. Mainline Superman comes to an end with this issue, and holy shit. This is why you read comics. It's stuff like this. It's stuff like Absolute Wonder Woman. It's stuff like Absolute Martian Manhunter. It's this mainline Superman series right now. Oh, wow. Yeah, Superboy Prime is back. And if you're not familiar with Superboy Prime, he is one of the coolest villains ever created in comic books. It sounds so lame, and it should be, but it's not. And we have them punching through realities to get to the future, where they find it all apocalyptic as hell, like it's not supposed to be. And I just, yeah, just betrayals and surprises and unexpected destruction. And at the end of this issue, yeah, our boy Clark, he is not in a good place. I, 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 yeah, this is the one that's getting me at a loss for words. I loved this issue so much. I can't wait until this whole storyline is one so I can read it again. This was an almost perfect comic to me. This is Josh Williamson is killing it with his writing. Dan Mora is killing it on the art. Alejandro Sanchez's colors are great, and letters by Ariana Mar. I wouldn't be reading this great story if it wasn't for her. So, like how I almost forgot the credits and slipped them in there. But man, Superman number 29. This is this is why you read comics. It's just so good. It's so good. So damn good. Um, S tier, without a doubt. Without a doubt. This is like, yeah, there's a couple contenders for pick of the week, but I just don't know which one. This is one of them. I bet you all can guess what the other one is. Oh, but man, let's just move on. What do we got next? The Mortal Thor. This is by writer Al Ewing with art by Pasquale Ferry and letters by Joe Sabino with colors by Matt Hollingsworth. And oh boy, the Mortal Thor. This picks up with everybody forgetting about the knowledge of the Asgardian, or just having no knowledge of the Asgardian gods as real figures anymore. And we pick up with this Norwegian dude who's living in New York named Sigmund? Sigurd Jarlson. Yeah. And yeah, he's just a guy with a hammer, and he's all big, and he has blonde hair, and he sticks up for the little guy, and he does what's right. And yeah, it's really this is how you do an issue one. This is the best. I am. It's weird that like I liked other things like a little more than this book, but and this book doesn't have a lot to chew on afterwards. Like it's very direct and very good, but I can't stop thinking about it. I want more of this so fucking bad. Like yeah, we see yeah, Sigurd just do the right thing. You can tell he's a good guy, and at the end of this issue, I mean, it's just pure brutal violence when he tries to get attacked by this group of thugs that want to get revenge on him for, you know, breaking up a bunch of scabs to come work for this union busting bastard of an industrialist. And yeah, he gets his goons sent on him, and you just see Sigurd, which, you know, our Thor, I'm sure, just beat the shit out of these guys with a hammer, and it was so absurdly brutal that it made me so excited. I love this, and I'm so excited. I mean, between Absolute Green Lantern and Metamorpho, the Element Man, that series, and this, and I know Al Ewing's been doing a bunch of other stuff, but man, he's just killing it this year. Just so good. S tier. The Mortal Thor number one gets S tier. I loved this issue so much. It was great. It was moving on to our last comic, The Thing, number 4. Our hero starts off with facing the Juggernaut. You see on the cover here, while still protecting this little girl, Sarah, I believe her name is. Yeah, doesn't have it on the character list here. But anyway, this little girl that he's been protecting since the beginning of the series, um, or after finding, he's been protecting her. Um, yeah, he gets in a nasty fight with the Juggernaut. There's a bunch of other cameos. Um, Thing fighting a whole bunch of people, and quite a cool cliffhanger at the end. You find out that this little girl, there's something special and powerful about her. Yeah. I don't know, not a lot to say about this one. This is one of those just fun, action-packed comics that stays faithful to a character, with a simple story about a good guy doing a good thing, against a bunch of villains who are a little more powerful than they usually are. So usually guys that can't throw a punch are throwing punches that Thing is surprised by. But anyway, if you're a fan of the Thing or the Fantastic Four, you're doing yourself a disservice by not reading this book. It's great. I really enjoyed this issue. I've really been enjoying this entire series. Not a whole lot to go off about, but nothing to complain about. A tier, easy. All right. Oh, look at that. We got a little stair step. But man, let's see, book of the week. I mean, I really want to say Superman 29. But I'm going to say Absolute Martian Manhunter. I mean, it's just such a perfect wrap up to a great first story arc, a great debut story arc, a groundbreaking and game changing book, without a doubt. Yeah, my pick of the week, Absolute Martian Manhunter #6. I believe the trade is coming out in November. So if you're unable to pick up these issues, pre-order that thing. You will not be disappointed. One of the best things I've ever read. And it's a privilege to be a fan that something like this is coming out. So, all right. Well, that's the Guy Gardner tier list for this week. Got anything to say? Throw it down in the comments. You know, like and subscribe. That would help greatly. I would really appreciate that. And keep watching. But more importantly, keep reading. And we'll see you next week. Bye.